Good day everyone. In this wire wrapping tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to save a failed project. Now this is supposed to be a prong set ring with 6 prongs, and it was supposed to hold this Swarovski octagon crystal right here. So the first thing that you need to do when you failed at a project is kind of see where the problem lays, and in my project it's right over here. Now I can turn this into a very nice ring. As you can see, it's actually a very nice band, but I have to get rid of this section. So I'm going to take my chain nose pliers and kind of straighten out these prongs that I've made here and see what I can fix, what I can't. And here we go. So I need to keep the ring band, and I need to keep this little turn here that I made to kind of hook it together. I need to hook these two together so these two bands here, these two wires, stay together, and I also need to hook these two. So before I cut anything off, I'll do that so that I know that by the time I've cut something off, I'll have enough wire to finish the project. So here we go. Gotten rid of all the problem areas. Make sure to dispose of them somewhere where they will not cut you. Make sure accounts for every single piece. See, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces, and I cut 6 times, so I know that there's no wire hanging somewhere where it could be dangerous to someone. And we'll fix this band a little bit later using our ring mandrel or wooden dowel. For since the band is so thick, I think a one size wooden dowel would be great, but we don't all have that. You can also push it down, shape it with your fingers as much as you can. Now let's see what else we can do here. We can use our chain nose pliers to kind of really hook it in. Really push it through. Now let's try to cut all of these down to just straighten it out with your chain nose pliers. Wire is too hard to use. If you have nylon pliers, it would also be great at this point. But we just need it as straight as possible. We can't cut it all off. We need to make sure that it doesn't stick anyone while they're either wearing it, so it doesn't stick on their clothes. So we're gonna take our round nose pliers, and let me just get rid of all of this. I don't know what this is. Round nose pliers, and we're going to make a loop. Let's start with the middle ones. See if this will work. So I've decided to make wire roses for our ring. I'm using 0.4 millimeter or 24 gauge wire because it would be easy to slip it into the ring loops that we had to make earlier. Now just take that wire and just twist them. You need to make this big enough so that it can be easily strung through the loops. Let me just take that down a little bit. I'm just using my hammer. You can use a ring magnet, which I'll switch to because it's easier. I'll just switch that down and just twist them together. I already made a tutorial on roses, so you can see that there. I'm not going to go into detail here. I'll just show you how I'm doing it. Under, up. Couldn't help myself. Okay, so I'll finish off with this and make a few more for the rose. So there we have it, all of our wire roses. I'll see if I need any more, but first I'll just attach these three. Just snip them in the middle right here. And just straighten that out. We need to attach them to the ring. Now we'll just have to go, let's see, I want this one to be in the middle because it's the biggest. So let's try to slip it through here and slip it through here. Let's just go for here. It's easiest, it's most convenient. And let's see if we can get a few wraps through here. It's going to be kind of difficult because the ring is right there and we have a short tail to work with. So let's see if we can't get it through. We'll just have to use our chain nose pliers. Okay, and just bend it. Let's see if I should bend it right here. It kind of acts as a hook. And we are through. Grab your chain nose pliers and pull it through while holding the rose down. And let's do it again. Bend. And you can actually use your chain nose pliers to do this part. Once you're in long enough, and pull. And I don't think we'll get a third time, so you just wrap that around the rose and lay it down. Now we went through up here. That's the second one, so let's see how we're gonna get that to stay. Let's look for an opening. Bend, make a hook at the top here. Turn your wire and bend it in. Now be careful of these little bits. We're gonna have to cut some of them off, but not right now. Let's just see. Okay, we've made a hook. Now bend it in. Kind of difficult to see because, okay, there we've got it. We've got something. Okay. And there it is. Let's just push it in. Let's try to grab a hold. And there we have it. Got a hold of it. Now I have to kind of, okay. This wire bent on its way in, so I'm gonna have to try to push it in from the top and pull, straighten it out, grab, and holding your rose down, pull. Straighten it out. Grab, pull. Now I don't think we'll get another turn, so wrap it around the rose. Cut that off. Okay, it's been cut off. Grab the second wire, rose, and I'm going to position it down here through these two. This one will be a bit easier because these two are jutting out, so there's not a lot of work. Make a hook, and you can use your finger to start with, just to bend it over little bit. Some thin chain nose pliers would be good in this situation. Ones with a thinner nose here. Good for getting into these tricky places. Okay, see if we can get a second iteration. Move it to, okay, and pull. and wrap around the rose. And that is it. Now this one will be easier to do with your hand because okay, grab with your fingers and just push it in. Push, grab your chain nose pliers and wrap it around the rose. Or you could go this way, it's easier. And you can cut off the excess later. Now, going in with your third rose, this one I'll move this to cover this and I'll put it in between here, which is going to be the trickiest place to put it. And I'll go through this one again, just hide it. Let's see, could actually grab this. I was trying to make it into a petal, but it's stubborn, so that won't be happening. You could also attach it to your ring if you wanted to. Okay, and same process. Make a hook at the top of your wire and push it down into the loop. Grab with your chain nose pliers and pull, holding your rose down. Hold your rose down, make a loop, make another hook, push into the loop, okay, and counter it. Straighten it out as much as possible. Push into the loop, grab your chain nose pliers, grab the end and pull. Hook around the rose. And the last one. Now this one is going to be easy to hook through the loop because the loop is in between all three of these roses. So I'm going to hook it into the ring band. Again, make a hook. Okay, so we're going to have to go through the actual ring band in this one, which means our hook has to be smaller than it has been previously. Now this weave allows me to do that, but if you have a tighter weave, it might not be as easy to do it. And the fact that I had to create a ring made the weave even more stretched out than it was as a straight band. So now we're gonna have to look for an opening close. Okay, just right there somewhere. Okay, just look where it's going. So it's trying to go into the second band. Now hold your rose down. I can feel mine moving. Okay, there we go. Just I should be able to get in there, and I'm in. So straighten it as much as you can through the outside and use your chain nose pliers to push it through So can you see it moving there? There it is. And now I'm going to go through in a second time. Make sure you've got your hook. And going through the back, let's see where there's an empty space. You could use your chain nose pliers to guide you if your hands are getting in the way, which mine were. Between there. I know I can get it in between here, so I'm going to go for that route instead. It'll be easier than trying to wait. I found an opening. Sometimes you have to look. Oh, the opening I found was too far. It's too far. It's going to make the ring band look not as nice as I want it to look, so could just go in through this loop. There we go. Just find any convenient space to put these wires through, just as long as they are well hidden or won't ruin the aesthetic of the piece that you're trying to make. So there we go, we are through. And pull. Careful when you pull and run through. Maybe I should hook it in on itself just to guarantee that it won't fall out, because it's a little bit too far away from its original rose. But and twist in. And there we are. It's ring safe. So that's how you save a ring from a failed project. This is basically all wire wrapping. It's a lot of fails till you get one right. That's from another project. And I started out wanting a prong set ring using a stone. Now I have a lovely wire rose ring. And wire wrapping is great in that way. And you can shape up, use your ring mandrel and your other tools to make the shape of the band, but it's a very sturdy band. Like, it won't budge even as I'm pushing right now. So there you have it. If you have a metal ring mandrel, you could have just placed the wire in while it just had those loops with no roses inserted, taken your hammer and flattened it against the thing. But because I have a wooden one, I couldn't without damaging the tool. So I had to make other plans and I had to compromise, and I'm glad that I did. Thank you for watching. If you like this tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Now, if you want to watch more videos, you can click it right. I think it's going to be somewhere here. Don't forget to click the subscribe, which is the round little button here with my AVI around it. It's a picture of all the work that I've done so far, and here's the previous video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.